Hello students, in this video we will continue first chapter, that is reproduction in lower and higher plants. In last video we learned about asexual reproduction. Now we will study about sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, it is nothing but fusion of two haploid gametes or sex cells. It is also known as amphimixis, as mixing of both male and female gametes takes place in this process. In plants, the end of vegetative phase marks the beginning of the reproductive phase and can be seen easily in the higher plants at the time of flowering. You know that angiosperms are commonly called flowering plants because they produce a prominent, highly specialized organ called flower. Flower, it is the most amazing part of an angiospermic plant. So, flower for us has got ornamental, cultural, social, religious value. But for all these colors and scents are as an aid to the sexual reproduction. So, flower is a site for sexual reproduction. Flower can be defined as highly evolved shoot specially designed for sexual reproduction. Formation of fruits and seeds are the further stages of sexual reproduction. You have already studied different parts of flowers in standard 11th. Can you recall the names of two accessory and two essential whorls? See the chart. Flower, it is modified shoot meant for sexual reproduction. Floral whorls, accessory whorls, that is calyx and corolla. Necessary or the essential whorls, androecium and gynoecium. Sexual reproduction involves two major events, meiosis and fusion of gametes to form the diploid zygote and production of genetically dissimilar offsprings. These variations are useful for survival and evolution of the species. So, sexual reproduction is different from asexual reproduction. See the difference? In sexual reproduction, there is an involvement of two parents, except in some bisexuals. But in asexual reproduction, it involves only one parent. In sexual reproduction, offspring produced show genetic variation and not identical to parents. But in asexual reproduction, offsprings produced by asexual reproduction are identical to parents. Sexual reproduction involves the fusion of male and female gametes. In asexual reproduction, there is no involvement or fusion of the gametes. Before sexual reproduction, meiosis is must for production of gametes. But in asexual reproduction, meiosis does not take place. Asexual reproduction is a method of reproduction which is very rapid method, but sexual reproduction is less rapid method. Sexual reproduction is common in plants and asexual reproduction is common in plants and lower animals but absent in higher animals. Sequential events that occur in sexual reproduction are grouped into three distinct stages. First, pre-fertilization. Second, fertilization. Third, post-fertilization. Now, we will see about pre-fertilization, which are mainly observed in essential whorls of the flower. The male reproductive whorl of flower is called androecium. individual member of androecium is called stamen. Stamens consist of filament, connective and anther. See the diagram here, filament, anther and connective. Now we will see about the structure of anther. In immature stage, anther is made up of group of parenchymatous tissue surrounded by single layered epidermis. Anther is generally diathecous, having two lobes and tetrasporogenate. See the green color diagram which is showing diathecous anther. See here the first diagram where anther is monothecous. It is the example of China rose. In monothecous, 2 pollen sacs are present. In diathecous anther, 4 pollen sacs are present. Therefore, the diathecous anther showing tetrasporogenate condition. The heterogeneity means differentiation arises when some hypodermal cells get transformed into archisporial cells. Now we will see about the transverse section, that is TS of anther. See the diagram very carefully. The archisporial cell divides into an inner sporogenous cell and outer primary parietal cells. Sporogenous cells form sporogenous tissue. Each cell of it is capable of giving rise to a microspore tetrad. Parietal cell undergoes divisions to form the anther wall that consists of 4 layers. See in the diagram epidermis. It is the outermost protective layer made up of flattened cells. Endothecium, which is present internal to the epidermis, common to 4 pollen sacs and consist of single layer of cells which are radially elongated cells with fibrous thickenings. Inner to endothecium is middle layer which is made up of 1 to 2 layer thin cells which may disintegrate in mature anther. Below that, tapetum is present. Tapetum, it is the innermost nutritive layer of anther wall. It is immediately encloses the sporogenous tissue, that is microspore mother cell. See the 4 layers, epidermis, endothecium, middle layer and tapetum, which are very important. Here the diagram showing TS of anther and dehiscence when takes place. Now about microsporogenesis. It is the formation of microspore, that is formation of pollen grains. Each microspore mother cell divides meiotically to form tetrad of haploid microspores. Now we will see about the structure of microspore. Each pollen grain is unicellular, uninucleate, haploid, non-motile structure. It is surrounded by 2-layered wall called the sporoderm. The outer layer is exine, which is thick and made up of complex non-biodegradable substance called sporopollenin. It may be smooth or with a sculpture pattern. It is resistant to chemicals. At some places, exine is very thin, showing germ pores on that area. These are meant for growth of emerging pollen tube during germination of pollen grain. The inner wall layer, intine, consists of cellulose and pectin. Can you tell me 5 pollen grains can remain well preserved as fossils? See, the sporopollenin in the exine of pollen grains give resistance from physical and biological decomposition, so they can well preserved as fossils. Development of male gametophyte. Pollen grain germinates to produce male gametophyte. This development is endosporic, that is, occurs within the microspore. It means this development occurs within the pollen grain and it is completed in two stages at different places. Pollen grain undergoes first mitotic division to produce bigger naked vegetative cell and small thin walled generative cell. The generative cell is rich in food and having irregular shaped nucleus. The generative cell floats in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell. The second mitotic division is concerned with the generative cell and gives rise to two non-motile male gametes. The mitotic division of generative cell takes place either in pollen grain or in the pollen tube. The pollen grains are shed from anther at this two-cell stage in most of the angiosperm. So, the male gametophyte is a pollen tube with two non-motile male gametes along with cytoplasm and vegetative sterile nucleus. So, in this video, we studied about sexual reproduction, then structure of anther, microsporogenesis and development of male gametophyte. Thank you.